Hello. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do the epsilon delta proof for complete dummies like me. Um, I'm really making this video for myself because I have an exam coming up and I want to see, or my finals actually, and I want to see if I actually understand it. So by doing that, I'm explaining to nobody that's going to watch this video, but then I'm explaining to myself to see if I understand it. So before you do any problem, you want to be able to write this down. So all values epsilon, that the upside down A, that's just all values of epsilon that's greater than zero. When you write that down, you just write the opposite for delta. So then for like there exists, this just exists like E delta that's also greater than zero, such that the absolute value, you just take x, you see this limit underneath, it says x to 3. So you just write x minus 3, the absolute value of that is less than delta, but then it's greater than zero. That's all you need to write. And you write this thing, and then after that, you write this, the absolute value of f of x, which is this. This is f of x, right? So you just write that down. So it's x squared minus 9, and then you minus L. So this is L. So whatever that equals, you just put that in. So it's just zero, right? That's less than epsilon. So you need to know, you just need to memorize this. It's pretty easy to memorize, but once you memorize it, it's like that's what you're supposed to do, I think. So I just basically drilled this in my head. So after this, how you're going to be able to prove it is super simple. Like, at least this is how I memorized it. The way I do it is I say you just do it one by one. So you see this, you just do one, and then one, and then one, one. So you write this down. You need to write it down first. So given epsilon's greater than zero, right? That's the first one. We done that. Given, and then choose delta to be, we run that. We don't know what delta is. That's what we're trying to prove. So we just leave that space there. Choose delta to be space, and then you say suppose. So you go on to the next one of the list. So suppose, and you just write that. You don't need to write, you can write the whole thing. So it's zero, that's it's absolute value of x minus 3 less than delta. You just write that, and now you're done with this. And then you write the last thing, which is this. So that's just check. That's how you're supposed to prove it. So you check the absolute of x squared minus 9 minus 0, that's just nothing, is less than epsilon. So now what you're supposed to do with the step is now you wrote everything down, right? And this is not finished yet. So the way you prove it, you still need to find what D is. So the way you do that is you spread it out. So absolute value of x, so that's just x squared minus 3 squared. That's what it is, right? And that can turn into x minus 3, x plus 3 less than epsilon. So that's what it is right now. And usually for a lot of these questions, like you get on the exam, it just have it's instead of plus 3 or something, it would just have like a constant. So like whatever number, it could be like 5, 6, whatever. And then you just divide it by that, divide the 3 to the e, and that'll be the answer. E divided by whatever, that's delta. But then sometimes you get questions where it's like you get two of these. And the reason you can't just divide x plus 3 to e is because x is still like a variable. So you can't really divide like epsilon by a variable. So what you do is you take the number that's right here, x minus 3, right? That's right here, and it says that's right here, right? X minus 3. You choose that number, and you say, before you do that, say delta is less than 1. So if you're probably asking, what the fuck did delta that's less than 1? How did you get that number? Well, basically just make it up. That's what it fucking means. You make it up that x delta is less than 1. And you basically what you do is x minus 3 is less than 1, right? And that's just once you just make it less than negative 1. Don't ask me what the fuck, why get the negative 1. That's just how it is. That's it for all the numbers, by the way. And like it doesn't matter, it could be x minus 5, but if you have like these two values right here, like run here, right here, that's what you got to do. Make it greater than 1, less than 1. So negative 1 and 1. And what you do now is just add it by 3. You plus 3 and you plus 3. So that's 2 is less than x, but it's x is less than 4. Now you have this, right? Once you have this, you can now find what this is. So you plug that down. So it's 2 is it's less than x plus 3, but less than 4, right? and then you just add 3 to it. So then x plus, well, you add 3. So because like what's not plus 4? Oh, whoops, I'm actually stupid. Okay, this is why I'm making this video. So once you x plus 3, so you basically plus 3 on all the sides, right? You plus 3 to 2, plus 3 to 4, that's 7 right here, right? This is just 5. It's just simple addition, you just add it all up. So now we know x plus 3 is less than 7, but it's greater than 5. That's what you got by setting delta as less than -1, less than 1, right? So now what you do is you take the bigger number, right here, you take the bigger number, 7, and you just fucking plug it back in. It's super simple. So it's just like the absolute value of x minus 3, and then you replace x plus 3 with 7, right here. Boom, less than epsilon. Now, whatever it is, the absolute value, you just don't need, just get rid of the absolute value sign. It doesn't matter because it's gonna be greater than 0 anyway. So x minus 3 multiplied by 7, right, is less than epsilon. Now, x minus 3 is less than epsilon divided by 7. And now you have the answer for delta. So that's just delta. Delta, boom, that's delta. So then you just put it right here. Whatever this number is, you put epsilon greater than 7. Now you solve it. That's the epsilon delta proof right here. It's super simple, and I think I understand it now. Kind of, hopefully. Anyways, have a good day.